What if the government was told to hit the brakes on AI safety, all in the name of a $116 billion productivity boost? That's exactly what the Australian Productivity Commission has just proposed. And it has sparked a massive debate about the future of AI and your data and who gets to profit from it. Welcome back to the Enterprise Tech Playbook, where we are on a mission to empower every IT professional with actionable wisdom and a collaborative community, making their next stride in enterprise tech one that truly leads with impact. All right, let's get into it. The Australian Productivity Commission, or PC to make my life easier, recently dropped a landmark interim report called Harnessing Data and Digital Technology. Its goal is to figure out how Australia can get the most out of the tech like AI. But two draft recommendations have set the industry on fire. First, the PC has recommended that the government pause its plan to create mandatory guardrails for high-risk AI. They argue that rushing in with heavy AI-specific laws could stifle innovation and stop us from getting a potential $116 billion boost to our GDP over the next decade. Second, and this is a big one, they're considering if tech firms should get a copyright exemption for text and data mining. This would essentially make it easier for companies to use vast amounts of Australian text, images, and data to train their AI models. And as you can imagine, the backlash was immediate and intense, creating a clear line in the sand. Creative industries, from news organisations to music bodies, are furious. News Corp Australia said that the idea would vandalise our virtuosity. And APRA and AMCOS, which represent musicians, accused the PC of trying to retrospectively legitimise unauthorised use of their work. The National Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Music Office warned it would enable the digital theft of Indigenous cultural property. And that's a big one. Groups like Digital Rights Watch are raising the alarm. They warn this could lead to mass data extraction and corporate surveillance, with the primary benefits going to the American big tech companies while putting Australian data at risk. Now, on the other side, you have tech leaders like the Atlassian co-founder and former CEO, Scott Farquhar. I'm really sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, Scott. He argues that creating these copyright exemptions is crucial to attract billions of dollars in investment from data centers to AI development within Australia.
Companies who want to build AI models here. We're in a perverse situation where copyright holders don't see a single dollar of extra money as a result of our laws, but we miss out on the economic upside of hosting and training models in Australia. So my first ask today of government is for the Attorney General to urgently amend our Copyright Act to look at fair use and text and data mining exceptions. Fixing this one thing could unlock billions of dollars of foreign investment in Australia.
So, with this firestorm brewing, where does the federal government stand? Well, a couple of days ago, Jim Chalmers has stepped in to clarify the government's position. And he effectively pushed back on the PC's more radical ideas. On copyright, the Treasurer was blunt. He stated that the government does not have plans to change or weaken these copyright arrangements.
I believe we can, but it's a complex task and it's a contentious task. And that's why, as you rightly identify in your introduction, there are a range of views about the best way to go about it. My view is that we can find a middle path between people who say, let AI rip, and other people who pretend that we can just turn back the clock. I think there is a middle path here. And when it comes to regulation, it's really all about doing as much regulation as we need to protect people and as little as we can to encourage innovation And that's how we maximise the big opportunity, the big game-changing opportunity of artificial intelligence, while also managing and mitigating as many of the risks as we can.
He emphasised the value of Australia's creators and journalists, distancing the government from the PC's proposal. On AI rules, Chalmers is advocating for a middle path. He wanted to regulate as much as necessary to protect people, but as little as possible to avoid killing innovation. He's not rushing in to create a single, all-encompassing AI Act, suggesting that the government will first see how existing laws can be adapted.
Specifically, have you now completely dropped the idea of a separate AI Act?
Well, that's one of the things that the Productivity Commission is talking about in its report today. And the question here that governments are grappling with right around the world is whether you need a standalone act or whether you've got some regulatory tools that you can use. The government is working through those issues. The PC's got a view, others have got a view as well. I think whatever the mechanism that you use, one act or a number of existing acts, that is important, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the nature of that regulation, whether you can maximise the opportunity and minimise the risk. And that's what the middle path that we intend to take is all about.
So first, for IT leaders, the regulatory landscape is still really uncertain, but the direction of travel is caution. With the government looking to adapt existing laws first, it could be a valuable opportunity to lead from the front by considering how to build these robust internal AI governance frameworks now, and based on ethics, data privacy, and legal obligations. And second, for architects and engineers, the strong pushback against changing copyright law is critical. This suggests that assuming you'll have the free rein to use any data for training models may not be a safe bet. It might be worthwhile placing a high value on data governance, licensing, and respecting the IP within your projects. Also, make sure you talk to your data architects. Third, for everyone else working in the tech space, the Treasurer's emphasis on working, having a voice, and having a say is a massive signal. It suggests successful AI implementation won't just be a technical challenge, but a human one. It could be helpful to prepare for this by focusing on change management and being transparent with staff about AI projects. And finally, for the general public, this debate is a powerful reminder that your data and the content created in Australia has immense value. The government is currently signalling that protecting citizen data and the rights of creators is a priority. And it shows the importance of staying aware of how your data is being used and having a say in protecting it. So there you have it. The battle between massive economic potential and the essential ethical and legal guardrails is just getting started. The government seems to be siding with caution for now. But what's your take? Should Australia relax the laws to become an AI powerhouse? Or are the risks of digital theft and mass data extraction too high? Drop a comment below on YouTube or on the social media platform you're seeing this, or join the discussion over on our LinkedIn page. For now, I say thank you very much for watching. Keep learning, keep evolving, and lead with impact.